Yeah.
Hello, everyone. This is Aida Serikova, leadership and personal development coach. And today I'm speaking with Yukta. Yukta, will you introduce yourself?
Hi, everyone. My name is Yukta, and I am a writer and poet and an arts and culture professional based in Kathmandu, Nepal.
Thank you, Yukta, for being with me and for doing this. So tell me about the journey. Like how has your journey been like?
I came across, your offer of coaching and doing the free calls from a WhatsApp group that a friend sent. And I think at that time, I'd been also thinking about coaching or ways for my own development. I often have reached out to therapy in the past and really enjoyed that space, found it useful. And I'd been mulling over coaching as well. I'd looked at some profiles of coaches, but I wasn't really convinced. There was something in me that was still like, maybe coaching is not for me because uh, I didn't know what it was, but I had these assumptions about what it would be. And so I hesitated, but we had our first chemistry call, anyways, because I was like, yeah, it's a free chemistry call, so let's try and see how it goes. And then yeah, we had the chemistry call and I enjoyed that call. And then I decided to say yes to coaching.
And I'm so happy you said yes. Really loved working with you. And so what was it like to work with me?
Um, I mean, I I still am working. We're still in the journey together. So
Yeah.
it's been very helpful because I feel like I have this space where I can get to know myself better, explore and go to places where I hadn't really been in this journey of knowing myself, which has been really important. And it's been very fun. We have a lot of fun together. I cry a lot as well, but it's a good release, and you're there to support me. So yeah, it's been a really good investment for myself, and I always look forward to our sessions.
Yeah, me too. And indeed, I really loved what you said about the investment because coaching is about investment. It's a commitment, but
Mm,
it's a commitment to growth. It's a
mm,
commitment to learning, and it's really investment into personal growth and learning.
mm.
And tell me about the specific result or maybe a moment when you realized that, oh, now I'm doing something differently, and what I'm doing now is actually serving me. So any specific example you can give?
Um, like very specific, like so I came to coaching with a very specific set of um not a problem, but specific issue I wanted to
Hmm.
explore. But in the
Hmm.
course of our coaching journey, and like you had said, if life happens, we can go in that direction and choose another topic. So I remember we had this call for when I was doing interviews, like job interviews. And I also remember in that session, again, I came with like some assumptions about what I wanted out of the session. But then it was totally different than that, but it still was something very useful in the sense in the session, I really learned this lesson that has been valuable about my own value in and my own need in seeing the interviewer eye to eye and knowing that we're equals and this interview is a two-way relationship, although it can feel like I'm the one who needs the job and somebody else has the job. So that lesson that when you're interviewing, we are on equal fronts, or at least for me it's important to be on equal fronts. That has been a specific, very specific important lesson that I'll take forward. But in general, I think it's really been helpful for me to come into myself, if that's a phrase.
Hmm.
I think that's a phrase we use, but and really know myself from the inside. And I know myself a little better every coaching session, or after every coaching session. It's not like a huge drastic change. And we talk about this as well. So for me, it's more of discovery in every session, and it's like building onto my personality, to who I am. Yeah.
Yeah. And how is this self-awareness serving you now?
It's helping me focus in what I need to do or what I want to do. Because whatever we talk about, again, is based on the questionnaire that you asked me to follow, where I write about myself, or it's based on what's happening or what I want to work on. And every that focus is very useful, because I think I also came to coaching because I wanted to move forward in some way, not move forward as in get a promotion or success, not in that sense, but just to move forward, where I was feeling a little bit like something is not working for me, maybe, right? So, yeah, that's how, yeah, that's the answer to the question, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did it answer the
Um,
question, or?
yeah, yeah, you did. You
Yeah,
did.
yeah.
And would you recommend working with me to others?
Of course,
Like,
absolutely. And I
yeah.
have
So,
been doing that
would
as
you
well.
tell a bit more about, like,
Yeah.
maybe, in what areas perhaps, you think people would need coaching and specifically would work with me? What maybe areas, if you can specify?
Hmm. Um, I think you really help me by asking the right questions, and setting like the 1 hour we have, setting that into an environment where I can be introspective, look into myself, and also work on my goals. So, in terms, I think coaching, I would recommend it to anybody uh, who wants to do that kind of self reflection and learning, and see what that space of discovery can add to their lives, to who they already are. And I think, so far what we've done and what has worked for me is, when it comes to prioritizing, when it comes to knowing yourself and what you want, also unpacking what are the aspects in your life, or in your mindset, or in your life, that are sort of coming in the way of where you want to be. Yeah, and I think clarity is one of the things that I constantly bring up as something I want to work on. And yeah, each session is a little different from the other, and but or at least I get there, even though it's not like not everything might be clear in that session, but it's something. There's an opening, or there's a question that I'm working with, that makes things clearer. So yeah, I would recommend it to anybody, especially if um, you love being playful but also are hesitant, because I think that is how I was. But you're hesitant, but you love it. You're shy, maybe, or you're not as open, and then you want to push yourself. So yeah, I would absolutely recommend working with Ida.
Thank you, Yukta. I want just to highlight a couple of things that you've said. Well, first of all, it's the self-awareness. It's important. to know who you are, what values are important, and when we know ourselves, we can make conscious decisions. So when there is awareness, we can make conscious decisions. And also, I loved what you said, about the playfulness. Like, I bring playfulness to coaching, because most of the time, we tend to be in our head. Like, we think a lot, we overthink, and we just forget to tap into other our resources, like our body,
Yeah.
like our heart, our spirit. And when I see it in my clients, so when we play in the session, we use our other resources that give us additional information, give us additional energy and insights.
Hmm.
So yeah, I just wanted to highlight that.
Yeah, in fact, some of the learnings or insights have unassumingly happened when we moved around. There was movement in the session, and yeah, and it's a lot of fun, but it's also, I think, once you realize, the first time you do it and you realize how it is serving you, then you're more open. But sometimes there might be hesitation. Yeah, but once you say yes to that, it will open, or it might open up new ways of, yeah, new ways and new ideas. So yeah.
All right. So, yeah, I don't have any other questions. Yukta, thank you very much for your time and for sharing your experience.
Thank you for speaking to me.
Bye.
Bye.